Howdy everybody, and welcome back to Nelson Creek Farm. I'm Farmer Dave with you today, and we're going to go check out the Southern Idaho Ag Show at the College of Southern Idaho's Expo Center today. Yeah, so hopefully the show's better than what it's been looking like. They've been doing some live feeds from the show, and honestly, looks like the building's about half full from what I remember it being. But anyway, we're going to hop in a little truck and run to town and go check it out, and I'm bringing you along with me. So, welcome to Thursday, the 1st of February, 2024. Well, here I am, folks, at the 2024 Southern Idaho Ag Show being held here at the College of Southern Idaho in their expo building. And if this parking lot is anything reminiscent of last year, and what I think the inside of the show is going to look like, this show may not be worth a $5 admittance fee. So, I promised you, and we're going to go take a look anyway. Well, here we are in the show, Southern Idaho Ag Show, getting our first look at some of the equipment and whatnot that's in here. Everything from a Versatile down there at the far end to Krone, Deutz Fahr, and Mahindra is here with some of their tractors and their little Jeep things. Yeah, those are kind of cool, especially the one on tracks. Could have used that when we had our snow flying around here earlier this year. These little ruck sowers are kind of a cute little rig and real handy for around the farm, but personally I think they're way overpriced for what you get, especially when you can get a used 4x4 pickup, usually for less than what one of these things are going to cost you. I gave Mahindra a serious look back in the day, a couple of years ago, before we bought the LS tractor. I'm still pleased with the LS purchase. Although Mahindra was right up there in the finalist, they still wanted way too much money for them. At least at the local dealer anyway. The Bad Boy tractor line is something new. I haven't heard anything about it. The first time I saw anything about it was a day or two ago when I went past the dealership. This particular unit's all rigged out as a backhoe, whereas the smaller one is a nice looking smaller little tractor. I have no idea who's making them as yet, but they're run by the same dealer that is selling the Mahindras here in town locally. The kids would have fun up on that big inflatable bulldog bouncing around, the grandkids that is. And here's one of their little machines. Now that would be about right, almost, maybe too small to replace the Stinky with, the little 4-8N out at the farm. Something more that size would be better for a replacement for Stinky, but that's down the line, maybe in the future. And just because my cousin works for a John Deere dealer, I guess I'd better get a display of her competitor. She's about 35 miles away from this one, or 40. Yeah, now they have a display here. And of course, their crew's all sitting around collecting a paycheck, not selling anything. It's kind of hard to sell anything when you can't even fix it if you're the farmer that buys it. So, yeah, not going to buy green. Yeah. I had a comment in the last video about why I didn't like Big Bertha tractors. Well, this one's big, folks, and guess what? I'm all eyeball high to that step right there. Yeah, I'd need to buy more land just to turn this puppy around in. If you know what that is, then you know I think that silly thing's about one of the dumbest things they ever did to agricultural and construction equipment. I'd almost bet that this little John Deere right here cost as much just for what you see as what I paid for that LS plus that 6-foot rototiller. And a lot bigger machine too, at 47 horsepower versus 30-something for this thing. Here's a little something new here at the show this year, some sheds and fencing made by a local company, including a log cabin. Yeah, check that out. Pretty cool. They managed to get that in here. There you go. Here's another look at one of their sheds that they have for sale here. Kind of a cute little thing. And it's made with the square interlocking logs. Yeah, see how those are cut? Supposedly that helps cut down on drafts and whatnot blowing through it. While it's true I need a new hay baler for out at the farm, I don't really need one that stinking big. No, that thing's huge. I don't have anything that's big enough to even power that, to hardly even pull it. Titan Machinery is here with a display of Sitrex hay rakes. Sitrex is another outfit that makes hay balers and mowers and that sort of thing that I have seen for small farm operations. And here is something that is unique to Idaho. This truck makes its way around the country with that great big spud chained down to the bed of it. Yeah, the Idaho famous potato right there. Right behind the famous potato truck, I come across a nice-sized Yanmar tractor, along with some Hyundai commercial excavation equipment. Of course, we have solar companies trying to sell stuff, Glazed Donuts, and a few other outfits selling everything from your home to roofing materials. Now, I could mow 7 acres of hay with that set up in about 5 minutes. Yeah, it not only has a mower here in the front, but it has a pair of bat wings folded up in the back. Yeah. Finally, some Dodge Far tractors, a shade of green that I can actually wrap my head around. Versatile. Yeah, that's kind of cool machines. Haven't seen too much of those in the area here lately, but I'm glad they're in the area now. Yeah. Although, this one, it's got to be 12, 14 foot tall, something like that. I bet it's at least 12 up at the top of that stack. Yeah. Yeah, I'd definitely have to buy more property to turn this puppy around in out at the farm. I can tell you for a fact, all that air cleaner and exhaust system hanging up there in front of the cab, right there's your steering wheel. I can tell you for a fact that is going to be in a line of sight and cause a nightmare of a headache if you had to look around it. Yeah, that's about as high as I can reach. I don't know how you're going to put fuel in that thing when you're a little short guy like me. Even on the smaller machine, that's head high to me. I'm eyeball high to that nasty thing. But yeah, buddy seat and all. That's the one thing I wished I would have had in that LS was a buddy seat, but that cab is so small. It's just room enough for one person in there, and that's the operator. But that's okay. I'm the only one there running the thing anyway, so I haven't got a good-looking seat cushion to occupy a buddy seat. I was looking in the cab of some of these new tractors floating around here, and some of this equipment, and by golly, I think you have to be a computer programmer to understand how to even start some of this stuff. Yeah, the computer-controlled gadgetry in some of these is unreal. Thought GPS was bad, you had to see some of the stuff that they have in these. Then we have the guys with the hit and miss motors and the antique tractor pulling bunch is here today with some of their goodies. Yeah, name the tool boards and tractors, and yeah, we could really use that potato digger out there at the farm. That'd come in handy when we start doing fresh produce around the place. Yeah. They have little gadgets here for like the kids. They got a corn sheller. You drop a corn cob in there, it shells it, that sort of thing. Then you take the corn over here, grind it up into cornmeal. Yeah, that's always something a little bit fun for the kids to do when the kids are at one of these shows. Unfortunately, the attendance in here looks about like the parking lot. Pretty slim. In fact, there you go. Yeah, a grandmother and 2 grandkids way down there. That's it. I remember a time when these aisles were about half that wide and just absolutely packed bumper to bumper with people. And by golly, it sure isn't that way anymore. Well, that concludes the show for what it is this year. Was it worth the $5 admittance fee? Yeah. I ran into some friends of mine that we sat and chatted. We had lunch. But that show is not anything like it was several years ago. In fact, this morning I heard a thing on some news broadcast thing that they were wondering where Americans are going to be getting their food from in the next 20 years. Because the average age of the American farmer right now is 57. And there aren't very many young farmers coming online to replace those of us that are getting up there in years that's going to go away. Like I said, they're figuring about 20 years. It's going to be food shortages and a food crunch. So if you take away anything from my show and my channel, you better be starting to grow your own food, folks, because someday you ain't going to have it. Well, I'm sorry if I seemed a little down at the show. I was highly disappointed because I remember the way it was a long time ago, packed shoulder to shoulder, bumper to bumper with people and cars, and they ended up having to bus people from one parking lot to the show, and it's just not that way anymore. But I did get to run into 4 friends of mine that I've known for quite some time, Bo, Warren, Rex, and Al. So nice to run into the guys from the Antique Tractor Pulling Bunch again. And my day's looking better because I got my latest copy of Old Alice News. Yeah, I'm an orange guy. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little video of some of the stuff that goes on here in Southern Idaho. And as always, we'll catch up with you later. Please subscribe. Thank you to the new subscribers. And yeah, we'll carry on and we'll be back working in the shop again here before too long. So anyway, Farmer Dave, wishing you well. Take care and good luck and have an awesome day. Catch up with you later. Bye-bye for now.